sacks and an interception. You guys have been doing it on defense all year. What was the key to this one?
Man, we knew this was a big one. And this is one of the games, you know, they've been on top for a while. And we knew we needed to go through them, you know, to take that next step. And that's what we did. We believed in each other, and we fought hard all game, and we made plays at the right time, and we got that W.
You're 7-2 in one-score games after that was a struggle for you guys last year. Why do you think it's a difference this year?
It's just all the work we put in the offseason, man. We got each other back, man. We don't want to let each other down. Like I said, it was a long offseason, man. We fought hard together, blood, sweat, tears, and we just come out each and every week and try to give it out all for our brothers. We don't want to let each other down.
You are 9-2. You have a 2-game lead on the Chargers and 3.5 on these guys in the division heading into your bye. How do you finish this thing off?
Man, just got to keep doing what we're doing. We got a little week to rest up, and we got to come back at it away against Washington. And, we just going to keep doing what we're doing, keep working, and keep playing these games, keep fighting, and keep playing for each other.
Thanks, man. Enjoy that bye week.
Yep, thank you.
Take care.
The Broncos win dirty, they win ugly, they win muddy, but they win. That's the operative word there. And they are right now the #1 seed in the AFC.
Yes.
They win games like this. You saw Dan talking about how good they are in one-score games. Tell me a little bit about this Denver team and how they do it.
Well, obviously, you can't score points. When you have a defense that only allows 17 points a game, so when you play a young quarterback, that helps you. We know Sean Payton believes in running the football. That helps, right? So you think about a defense that can take the ball away, doesn't give up points, and now this team is kind of like, we're used to playing in tight games. We're not going to blink.
Right.
And it's one of those things, all of a sudden, you become accustomed to it, how we have to play. These guys have really rallied to that, knowing that at the end, when it's close to the fourth quarter, we'll win.
That team has now won 8 straight comebacks wins. That's a number. It ties the 1980 Falcons for the longest such streak in NFL history. If you go over to the other sideline, the Kansas City Chiefs, these are the games they won last year. They kept pulling wins out of the fire. They're now 0-5 this season in one-possession games. Pretty much the same nucleus.
Yeah.
They still got Mahomes. They still have Andy Reid. They're coming off a bye, and they lose this game.
It's just hard to continue to play like that. And even when they were winning last year, they kept saying, hey, we got to find a way to get out to early leads, right? But they find themselves in the same position they were last year, but now they're not winning those games. And it always comes down, David, to a couple plays here or there. And you hate to play in those games. It's great when you make those plays, but when you don't, you come up with a loss.
All right.
I better not mess with that.
Go ahead. Matthew, how do you describe that win?
Total team effort, man. Holy cow. You know, our defense played outstanding, turning the ball over a bunch of times, great in the red zone. I thought our special teams was great again. You know, what a punt there late in the game to make them go however far they had to go there to try to get an attempt at a field goal. So all those yards mattered. On offense, you know, obviously wish we would have scored on that first drive down there in the low red. I can make that throw. I got to make that throw. Got the guy up off the feet like I wanted to, and then just didn't make the throw. But they had a nice, nice plan. They did a nice job against us. We were, there's definitely things we can clean up here and there, but we battled. Just got to find ways to, in the game with the ball in our hands. That's what we always want to do, and we had our opportunity to do it. We didn't get it done. So that's frustrating, but shoot, we found a way to win without playing perfect football against a really good football team. So, I'll take it.
How would you describe that energy after this game?
In the locker room? That was great. I mean, and rightfully so, man. Sometimes, it's not perfect. You'd love to go out there and, complete a bunch of balls and go up and down the field and do all those things and play perfect football, but that's not the way it is. I think our defense played outstanding. They deserve to be partying in there like crazy for sure. But, no, it's fun. It's a great group. We understand, that there's, things to clean up always when you win or lose. But excited for our guys, man. That's a big win against a really good team that was playing as good as anybody in the NFL right now. To come in there and put up a defensive effort like that was pretty special.
Yeah, basically we just had 2 plays on, and for me, with the look that we had, we wanted that play on and that look, and so got back to gun and thought George did a great job of winning his matchup and gave him a chance. And so he went under it, got it, and it was perfectly executed just with the O-line, George's route. So felt really good from the jump.
When you make that can, or you think this is a touchdown? If I get this throw?
I mean, where we were at in the field, I mean, it was a good chance of that, yes. But for me, it was like, man, let's complete this ball for a big gain. You know, we're taking a shot here. So.
Have you practiced that specific play recently, or is it just from over the years with you and George?
I mean, that route specifically has been from over the years, so we're sort of used to that. But that play in general was a new play. So.
When you see Sky Moore making that return, what does that do for you guys in the game and the weekend?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I think this whole season, the way Sky hits it, like we were all just waiting for him to have a big one. And so, you know, nothing was different with this one. He obviously hit it, and then when he got caught in the one, we were like, dang it, like we wanted it for him. But that set the tone for the whole game, really. You know, going out, scoring right away with 15 seconds on the clock, and then our next drive scoring. So shout out to Sky, man. That's huge.
Make no mistake, Mac Jones did a great job filling in for Purdy with 5 and 3, QB2 doing it. But that offensive display, that was a different team. 41 points, the most they've scored all season. What did you see the way Purdy ran the offense?
Well, it's just amazing that a guy misses that many games and it looks like he had been playing all season, right? I mean, his touch on the ball or where he went with the ball. But, you know, like I recruited him coming out of high school.
Okay.
And
did you get him?
No,
you didn't get him.
Yeah,
You did not get him.
No. But we tried it. But you know, when you watch him play, he's very, very precise throwing the football. He knows where to go with the ball. And that's what you have to do in this offense. Get the ball out of your hand. This offense looked a lot different with him playing. They were good without him playing, right?
Yep.
But all of a sudden he comes in there, and there was some energy with this team. You just felt it going. It's like he got the ball out of his hand. All of a sudden, McCaffrey's catching the ball. Kittle's catching the ball again. He's spreading the ball around, and all of a sudden the defense gets going. So now all of a sudden this division is a pretty good division, by the way.
It's unbelievable. So the 49ers are in third at 7-4.
Yes.
And then you go Seahawks, and then it's the Rams on top because of their win today. And I sort of want to dig into that a little bit more. First of all, on the Seahawks side of things, Sam Darnold has been really good in Seattle up until today.
Yeah.
What was the problem with him today?
Well, he started forcing the balls when he pressure. Look, when he was with the Vikings and he played against the Rams sacked him 9 times. He turned the ball over a bunch. It reminded me of that kind of game again. He turned the ball over, but listen to this. With all the turnovers, he threw 4 interceptions. The Seattle defense, despite the 4 interceptions, were still in the game and had a chance to win. That tells you how good their defense is, right?
Yeah.
So he can't keep doing this because you do that in the playoffs, you're out, right? He regressed all of a sudden. Throwing interceptions is a no-no, and he knows it. He's going to have to get a lot better going down the stretch.
Not a lot of teams can get after a quarterback like the Rams. They've got a really good front, and they did make life very hard on Sam Darnold, and he didn't respond well, unfortunately, for the Seahawks in that base. But you go over to the Rams side of things, Matthew Stafford is still just spitting the football. I mean, they didn't put up a lot of points, but that's a lot of points against that Seahawks defense.
It is, and Matthew Stafford is not turning the ball over. And look, they can run it, but they basically win games by him throwing the football. And he finds a way to make big plays in the passing game. Nakua is back. That helps him a lot, right? This Ram defense is a really good defense. All of a sudden, these defenses, Seattle, the Rams, the 49ers, they're used to playing each other. They all play with good defenses. They all have good quarterbacks. This is going to be a fun division to watch.
They're going to beat each other up over the last 8 weeks of the season. We're sure of that. All right.
How's everybody doing? Decent. First and foremost, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to get out there. That's all you could ask for, honestly. The chance to get out there, get your feet wet, to experience how it feels, to even be out there with the team, with the first group, with everybody. So I'm truly was excited.
When did you know you're going into the game?
Right at halftime, so right before you see me, right when you see me.
What was going through your mind at that moment when you found out that you were going to be out there leading the offense?
It's time for me to step up.
How do you think you played?
I don't think I played good. I don't think I played good at all. I think it's a lot of things, we need to look at, during the week and go and just get comfortable, even throwing routes, with Jerry and throwing routes with all those guys. So I think that was my first ball to him all year. But other than that, I just think overall we just got to go next week and understand so then we have a week to prepare stuff I like to do.
Oh, it's up. I don't give a about football after that, respectfully. I'm always going to be all for trash talking, stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that. But and that's what we was doing. I mean, after the first one, the first little thing, the play before, he tried to like crack block me or whatever. You know what I mean? I got up off that, and then we got up talking or whatever, and he snatched my mouthpiece off my face mask, and then that's when I mushed his face mask, and then whatever. That was just a little scuffle. But the refs told us right there, like, hey, y'all chill, no more of this. Cool, so, I'm knowing, like, all right, no more, let's talk but let's keep it clean so everybody staying in, whatever. The next play, same we was talking for real, which I'm cool with. And then, yeah, as soon as he spit, it was that. It was, yeah, I ain't gonna tolerate that part of it. So.
Jalen, is that one of the most disrespectful things?
It is. That's what do. Quite honestly.
Good. You were saying that you spit on him. Did you spit on him?
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
What do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure some got under his skin.
Just to be clear, you did not spit on him at all, right? So that's what he's saying.
I ain't spit on nobody.
That's a bad look because we saw it. We saw it on video. He did spit. Certainly in his direction, it looked like it hit him. There's a lot of bad things that happen on a football field. Where's spitting in all that?
This is bad for just sports in general, any sport. And when you're a professional football player, that's why they call you a professional. And a lot of this goes on. Look, I played corner, and I get it. You get into some of these verbal confrontations with the receiver, but when stuff like this happens, then you cross the line. And he's gonna find out how he crossed the line because the league's antennas are up right now.
Yeah.
When they review the film and they watch it and in slow motion and everything else, he's going to get a big fine. It'll be interesting to see if they take it further than that, suspended.
Well, we saw Jalen Carter with the Eagles. Remember, basically with the very start of the game against the Cowboys, first game of the season, their best defensive player gets ejected from the game for spitting at Dak Prescott.
Correct. And that cannot be a part of the competition at any sport, any level. That's never good because we're sitting here talking not about the football game right now. We're talking about guys having a conversation and then it goes a little over the line. And it's just, you don't want to see that out of two outstanding football players.
Yep.
That's what makes it worse.
Yep.
Right?
Steelers won big. Let's go back to the Ravens, who have now won 4 in a row. New on SportsCenter, here's Lamar Jackson after a tough one.
So, Lamar, you've had some pretty good touchdown runs in your career. How would you describe Mark Andrews' one on that one?
That was crazy. I was celebrating the whole time. We practiced it early on in the week, and it was looking pretty good. But we just needed a couple yards. But for him to go for a touchdown, that was amazing. And for him to have an all-time career, what it was, receptions, receiving yards, that's crazy. Shout out to Mark.
What's going to go through your head as you watch him turn the corner on that play?
Go. That's all I'm saying. My mind, go, 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 go. Like, he turned on the judge, too. I guess he looked at that 49, like, no way. Shout out to Mark, man.
You and Mark came in together. You guys have, won a lot of games. You guys are have been connected throughout your careers. Just can you put into perspective, he gets the record, he comes up with a big play today, just how valuable he has been over the course of his career?
Extremely valuable, man. He's always there. He's always there when we need him, and he just showed that tonight. Man, he's Mr. Reliable.
Lamar, you were one of the most vocal defending him when people were still caught up in the Buffalo game. How proud are you of how he's handled this and to come through in a game like this?
I mean, he's a grown man. I know he's going to hold his own. Just as much as people beat him up, I feel like he beat himself up, so why kick someone when he's down, And that's my brother at the end of the day, so I'm always going to have his back.
Lamar, was there a theme or anything to those 4 Myles Garrett sacks? I mean, He was obviously winning, but some of them looked like you were kind of double clutching or looking for space in the pocket.
I mean, this type of defense is going to create chaos. You know, they want to hit receivers, knock them off their routes and stuff like that. And they zone coverage with a guy like Myles Garrett pressuring. So you don't want to just throw it up and cause a turnover, even though we had two, one tip pass, one off alignment helmet, you know, but we don't want to just turn the ball over. So you're going to try to go to a check down if anything, but he just kept tracing, you know, so that's how we're getting the sacks.
No, he's the GOAT. That's Josh Allen, and just happy he's my quarterback.
Just finding a way to score down there, and had some quarterback runs up, which obviously helps. But again, guys make plays. Shaves made a heck of a play. Ty Johnson down the sideline just outrunning people, and then Jimbo making a heck of a catch for that touchdown later. So it takes everybody. Trying to stay as level as possible, not getting too high, not getting too low, you know, starting off 4-0 and we're the best team in the world. We lose 2 in a row, and now we're the worst team in the world. And it's like, we don't want to ride that. We just want to stay here, stay consistent, continue to work hard, put together game plans, and go out there and execute on game days.
You guys know Josh. He's hard to stop. And, you know, we all know how last week went. And, you know, probably a better question for him. But the Josh that I know, he will not be denied. That's the type of competitor, type of person, type of teammate that he is. So. And it wasn't just Josh, all 11 guys on offense. So it's a good team win right here, but we got to learn from it and continue to move and grow as we move forward here.
You know, I think the fight was there. The toughness, the fight was there. It just came down to not making enough plays. And so that's one of those things that come out of this game really disappointed because guys fought hard, thought, you know, there were great plays within the game, throughout the game. But you really got to look at what really got us beat. I know offensively for us it changed on the interception, and then just got to sustain some more drives. You know, when we were able to stay on the field on 3rd down, get a conversion, we were ball ended up with points. So got to figure that out, and you know, be extremely critical. And that's because we want to be a great team and we want to be a great offense. So we got to be really critical of ourselves. And there was definitely a lot more points on the board for us today.
Bucs have lost to 2 AFC East teams in the last 2 weeks. As for the reigning MVP, 3 touchdown passes, 3 rushing touchdowns, the second game of his career with 3 of each. The rest of the NFL down through the years in history, and no one else has ever done it once. So that's
look,
Josh Allen for you.
This Josh Allen fella, he needed to put his cape on today. They needed to win this game badly. And playing a good football team and a quarterback similar to Josh Allen as far as his ability to extend plays, the energy bunny when you play Baker Mayfield. He's a hard out. Yep. You got to knock him out, right? And Josh Allen knew, and this football team knew, that where we stand right now, we are chasing the New England Patriots. We cannot afford to lose another game right now. We have to win this game. Good win for them. There's no doubt about that.
What's interesting about this game, Josh Allen started the game with an awful interception inside the team's 10-yard line, and he threw another pick as well. So he had his moments like, is this the bad Josh? Yeah. And then he just took off and was unstoppable the rest of the way.
And he's been forcing some balls of late, you know, trying to make things happen because they've lost a couple in a row, and he just said, I got to do everything. But this is a great win for them against a good football team and against another competitive team and a competitive quarterback in Baker Mayfield.
The Bucs now, so they lost to the Patriots. No shame there's a one-possession game. Now they come back and they lose to the Bills as well. Where are they right now as far as the contenders in the NFC?
Well, think about the Bucs. They scored, 32 points and lost?
Yeah.
Their defense has been a little leaky of late. They got to find a way to fix that because Baker Mayfield can score. They can score the ball. But the problem is they can't stop people from scoring. They got to fix that going into the playoffs. They're in a division, they're probably going to win it, right? They're going to win this division. Mm-hmm. But going forward, when they get in the playoffs, this defense needs to
watch out for the Panthers now. The Panthers are now 6-5 on the year.
Yeah, well, I'll give the Panthers a shot, but I still think this is a division for the Buccaneers to lose.